This is truly a monumental day here in Washington, D.C., as the United States Congress is getting ready to finalize President-elect Biden's victory, and Democrats are on the brink of winning control of the U.S. Senate. With only 2 weeks to go before Biden is sworn in here at the Capitol, Trump allies are planning one more dead-end fight against the vote and against democracy. They're being egged on by the outgoing president, who's been riling up a huge crowd of his supporters, making threats and doubling down on his baseless claims of voter fraud. We want to welcome our viewers here in the United States and around the world. I'm Wolf Blitzer in the CNN Election Center, and we're standing by for the last step in affirming that President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris won the 2020 election. About an hour or so from now, a joint session of Congress convenes to tally and announce the electoral vote count, which is usually just a formality. The results from the Electoral College are clear. President-elect Biden winning 306 electoral votes, more than enough to defeat President Trump with 232 electoral votes. It wasn't close. But at least 13 Republican senators are now promising to sign on to a formal challenge of the results in a futile effort to try to overturn the outcome of the election. And they're joining with potentially 140 or so House Republicans who plan to raise objections. The stunt, and it is a stunt, is expected to trigger an ugly debate that will only fan partisan division here in the United States and delay the inevitable. Right at the center of this storm will be Vice President Mike Pence, who presides over the joint session. He's under intense pressure by President Trump to somehow overturn the electoral vote, a power he does not, repeat, not have. Pence is more likely to wind up in the very uncomfortable position of officially confirming that President Trump lost the election. Remember, all this is happening as CNN projects Democrats have won the first of two Georgia Senate runoffs. Raphael Warnock defeating incumbent Kelly Loeffler. And John Ossoff appears poised to defeat Republican David Perdue, which would seal Democratic control of the United States Senate. We're covering all of this with my colleague and friend Jake Tapper, who's standing by. Jake, we're clearly watching history unfold.
We are indeed, Wolf, and we will see democracy triumph in the end, despite the attempts by President Trump and his allies to undermine it. And one more desperate attempt by some Republicans to enable him and deny reality. Let's get more on what to expect in the hours ahead from